When our beloved ancestor said the revolution will not be televised, he was not talking about a moment of the rest. He was not talking about art. He was not talking about even art that makes you think. The concept of the revolution will not be televised comes from the idea that the paradigm shift that happens in your mind's eye when you go from sleep to awake, right? Wokeness is a part of Black American vernacular to highlight the becoming conscious in this society, aware of all the systematic inequities that appear to be invisible but are visible once you can see it. The paradigm shift, the revolution, change, right? Revolution means change. Art can make you think, right? But if it doesn't yield material change, it's not revolution. Revolution isn't something to be consumed as entertainment or amusement. Revolution ain't easy. Anywho, listen to our ancestor Gil Scott-Heron. Listen to that whole album, y'all. Let it marinate, let it grow you, let it nourish you. And then we could talk about art and this role in the revolution, in revolutions. But the performance alone, although phenomenal, was not an act of revolution. It was an act of resistance. I think we could qualify that as such. It was an act of intention. It was, in some cases, radical. As a Black girl who grew up, a Black woman who grew up in a hood that was recognized as blood territory with a family member who belongs to the Community Restoration and Progress organization, if you will, that spoke to me. And its connection to the American flag as Black Americans made America literally possible in a current context that we understand it today, from the infrastructure to the invention that leads people think that America's society is a place of convenience. Well, my ancestors' intellectual property and inventions made that possible because they had to find ways to make their work easier. So yeah, my ancestors were revolutionary and changed the entire structure of modern society. You're welcome. And also, shout out to Kendrick and those who are responsible with their platform to tell stories that make people think and make people feel without it being a cash grab. Again, like your favorite.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised.